It's risky not to own the shares of Sofi. Well, that was exactly the title of the article. I'm not going to go down and talk about the article as you can read that article yourself, but I'm going to talk about the title and give you my opinion about Sofi's risk of not owning. So let's talk about Sofi's product. Well, from checking to credit card or checking account to credit card, from higher interest rate to 3% cashback on all eligible credit card purchases, Sofi is trying hard to stay competitive in this crazy fintech world where a company not only has to compete with PayPal, but also compete with Wells Fargo. So from elephant in the room, which is Wells Fargo, to high-speed drone of fintech, which is PayPal, Sofi has to continue to innovate and continue to deliver. Think what kind of pressure the management must be under, and let's not forget the algos and the shorts, showing no mercy on this stock. Literally, if Sofi was a person, I would have taken them aside and said, let's go for a drink, looks like you can use one. But here we are, being investors, we are mad because the stock is not delivering. Well, let's take a deeper look at what's happening with this company, and at the end, as you know, it's all about the people. So with the recent board member leaving Sofi, I started to look more deeply into Sofi's board. Let me share my research and why this is exciting for the company and what we can expect next from Sofi. So here is the screen, as you can see. Yeah, okay. So these are the current board members of Sofi and 6/1/2021 because that's when they went public. So that's why we have the date over here. But we have a total of about 12 board members. And we have these board members, those who are within the company. Then we have vice chairman and then we have additional board members. And the point is not about the name of these board members or how old they are or what's the tenure. I'm not talking about any of that. What I'm about to show you next is very interesting. These board members that you see over here, they cross with other companies because these guys are not just sitting and being in the board of Sofi, they are doing other things in other industries. Okay, so let's look over here. So I'm not going to go over what these names are. I'm going to go over the industries. So we have 2 members from financial services, makes sense, US. We have 1 member from media. This was actually interesting, it's from Airbnb. So you can see the fintech in the link there. US. Then we have 1 software and tech services, France, 1 real estate, US, 1 financial services, telecommunication, financial, software, tech, real estate, consumer, financial, and so on and so forth. This is interesting. We see over here France for their basically reach in the Europe. We see UAE, and we know how Middle East is lagging behind in fintech. If you have seen my past videos, you know that I've shared the chart where Middle East is at the bottom of the fintech chart. South America, huge growth potential, and that's why you see that acquisition of Technisys that they recently did. That makes sense because they're in South America and Sofi really want to be in South America. Then we have UAE that I just mentioned, US, then Malaysia. This is really cool because again, Southeast Asia is also very important for fintech. Fintech is really new and people use so much, like cryptocurrencies are so huge in these countries, it's not even a joke. So having this kind of a board member that represents Southeast Asia, UAE, Europe, it kind of makes sense because that's what Sofi wants, right? They want to go out and they want to go at as many places as quickly as possible, and these board members will help them reaching out. Okay, so this is about the board member. Now, another thing I want to show you is this. I'm going to share the chart now of Sofi. You can see the screen. Okay, so markets were not bad today. As you can see, markets were all good. S&P was up almost 1.6%, Dow Jones 1.45%, and NASDAQ was 215. But let's take a look at our favorite stock over here, actually right here, Sofi, there you are. Okay, so Sofi is over here. I'm going to get rid of this and I will explain you in 1 second. So this is a daily chart of Sofi and there is no mercy. This is 11.9, 11.10 when we hit that peak of 24.50, and then after that we started to come down. And if you look over here, this is double top. As you can see over here, we topped around 6/4 of 2021 and then we topped around November 11th of 2021, and you can see double top, and after that all we have seen is red. And if you calculate, okay, and I'm gonna show this right here. If you calculate from all the way till all-time high, till all-time low, which was just yesterday, this stock is making all-time low every day of 697. You can see we had about 71.34% drop. This is insane. If somebody invested, and we all invested, I have huge money invested in this, 70% loss on my money. I mean, it's literally making me sick to my stomach. But here's the deal. Let's compare it with a bigger bank like JP Morgan, right? So JPM, okay. So this is JP Morgan chart right here. Do you see any similarity over here, as you can see? So JP Morgan, let's go back to 1028 when JP Morgan hit all-time high around the same time, 1111, as I told you when SoFi was. So JP Morgan being a multi-billion dollar bank that has been around for such a long time, from that point till about all-time low that we can see right here. Why is this? Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to quickly go and I'm going to enlarge and then go over here. 27% drop, okay, from all-time high. We had SoFi 70% drop. So if a bank like SoFi is a baby, is a brand new bank. So if a bank like SoFi or a fintech like SoFi, after getting the acquisition, after signing up all these new members, they are still 70% down. Whereas a bank like JP Morgan, which is a huge bank, their M&A is so big that can swallow like 2-3 SoFis in a second. They are down almost 27.4%. So we are not only talking about the pain here for SoFi. All these financial institutions are struggling. They cannot keep up with the market with how they're doing. I mean, look, like this is like a trend. Any try to recover, it just goes and makes new lower lows. So I literally personally feel that we are going to see this pain continue in the fintech industry for a very long time. Doesn't matter if you are Wells Fargo, doesn't matter if you're Bank of America, JP Morgan, I just showed you the chart, are going to suffer for a very long time. Now, when the stock is not doing good, no matter what you look, it does not feel exciting, but this is where I always say this. Look 4 years down the road and then decide how you want to invest. I will say, and this is not a financial advice, this is just my opinion, do not buy options of companies like SoFi or Matterport at the moment, or Palantir for that matter at the moment. You're better off buying the stock because A, stock is very cheap, B, the option is going to get killed. I know option is cheaper. You can think, okay, if the stock goes up, I'm going to make a lot of money. But this is all gambling. And gambling in current market condition where inflation is, they're saying another 8 to 12 months ahead, there's a pain in the stock market. These I would say, performing companies like SoFi, not underperforming in terms of what they're doing, but I'm talking about the stock. And they're going to be punished, or they're going to get punished for a very long time. Not a financial advice, but just my suggestion. This will be a rock star of a company if they can keep the management and the board intact. I'll be the first to come out and point out if they mess up in this category. And trust me, we had a news that their chief or I think a credit card implementation person, Maria Ruiz, I think one of the user commented, has left the company. She came from Amazon, that I know, that she came from Amazon and she took a job in SoFi as their credit card head. I'm going to take a look at that article and try to understand what was the reason of her leaving the company. Because these things matter. I don't care if the stock makes a new lower low tomorrow, because to me what matters is that who left the company and why, if the person is up in the management and if they're leaving the company. Because that tells the tale of what's cooking inside the company. And now for a free stock, just for opening the account, click on the link in the description for Moomoo. And if you like 2, then deposit $100. And if you deposit $2,000, then you will get 5 free stocks up to $3,500. Link is in the description below. Make sure you take advantage of this. The chart that I used today is from Moomoo. For more one-on-one conversation, consider joining our Patreon and Discord, where I share some general market update and also a few trades that I make. The link is in the description. Thank you for watching. And as a reminder, I'm going on a trip. I will not be here for the next week. I will try to post as many videos as I can while I'm away. It won't be that much. But again, when I come back, I'll be back on the schedule. Thank you for being here. Until next time, you all have a sparkling day.